Where does your team stand in the NFL? Well, I've got you covered with a full 32-team power rankings. Hey guys, Jason here. This is the first part of our two-part series of the full 32-team power rankings, and let's just go ahead and dive right into this. At number 32, we have the Chicago Bears. Now, there's only a couple words that need to be said. First, overall pick. That's all that needs to be said. They sucked, they need help, they're gonna get help, but they are really struggling, hence why they are 32. At 31, we have the Houston Texans. The Texans looked decent. They had some good games, which is why we pulled them ahead of the Bears. The Bears really didn't have a wow game. The Texans had a couple. But yet, then again, they still don't really have a quarterback. They have a receiver who wants out. They're really not in a good spot to begin with, so they're still low. At number 30, we have the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Colts, they were all right at times, but they did end up firing Frank Reich and hiring someone who had no high-level coaching experience. And yeah, the season went just about as well as you would expect in that situation. The Colts struggled. They're going to need help. At number 29, we have the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals did have a really good year last year, or a couple years ago. Last year, not really the greatest. They really kind of fell off. Cliff Kingsbury, though, was out. They have a new coach in. Hopefully, they can turn things around there real quickly and get back to what they were doing the year before. Otherwise, they'll be struggling for a little while. At number 28, we have my Los Angeles Rams. Now, they're this low because they had an awful year. I mean, do I think they're really this low? Not really, but they had a bad year, plagued with injury and a weak offensive line. But as long as they build up that offensive line, they'll be good next year. At number 27, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders now without a quarterback, as Derek Carr has been released, from what I've heard. And yeah, they tried to bring in Tom Brady. That did not happen. So who are they going to bring in? It's not going to be a fun rebuild if you don't get Rodgers, I'll tell you that. At number 26, we have the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans looking all right, but still struggling at times. They have been falling off of their former glory. Derrick Henry is starting to show signs of aging. Ryan Tannehill is showing that he cannot carry a team to victory on his arm, and the wheels are starting to fall off of this former juggernaut. At number 25, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers still having a decent core, but Brady is out. So unless they can bring in a decent quarterback, they are going to struggle. They have Blaine Gabbert, I believe, is currently their quarterback one going into the draft, so you got to try to get a young quarterback or trade for an elite quarterback, and you might have a chance to be successful, but they still are struggling. At number 24, we have the New Orleans Saints. The Saints getting a massive compensation from the Broncos in order to get Sean Payton. And yeah, the Saints still struggling, but Dalton did really look better this year. He looked like he was kind of getting back to that younger time when he was a little bit of a better quarterback. And overall, they look decent. If they can stay healthy, Alvin Kamara doesn't get indicted in a criminal system, they'll be fine if they can get themselves a good quarterback. At number 23, we have the Denver Broncos. We are high on the Broncos going into next season, as Russell Wilson will have a functional head coach in Sean Payton. Now, that being said, we're not going to put him too high because, well, Wilson did suck, and it can't be all blamed on Nathaniel Hackett, so we'll have to see how it goes. At number 22, we have the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers starting to pick up some steam at the end of the season last year, bringing in Frank Reich as their new head coach, and if they can pick up that steam at the beginning of the season, they will be in the fight for the South. At number 21, we have perhaps the best team in the NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons really looking like they are on the up and up at the end of last season. Desmond Ridder really starting to look like he is going to come into his own and be a good quarterback for the Falcons. So the Falcons are looking like that, and they do have some decent weapons. If they can build a little bit more around him, they will be a threat next year. At number 20, we have the Cleveland Browns. The Browns clearly had more issues than just the quarterback, as Jacoby Brissett did play serviceably in place of Deshaun Watson in the first part of the season, and they still managed to lose games in disheartening fashion. So that tells you that there are more problems than just the quarterback situation. So can the Browns fix them, or will they Browns it again? At number 19, we have the Green Bay Packers. They do have Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers, I'm assuming, is going to keep playing, which will give them a lot of assets whenever they do end up inevitably trading Aaron Rodgers. They'll be able to get a lot of assets, especially if they trade with the Jets. This team will be built like a decent winner. You're going to have Jordan Love come in there, build him an offensive line, get him some good receivers, Build up that defense a little bit more and you'll be good again. At number 18, we have the Washington Commanders. The Commanders looking all right, but they do seem to be a quarterback away from being a strong team. You have a strong defense led by Chase Young. You could use a little bit of help there, but you could also use a little help on the offense, especially quarterback. But you do have Scary Terry and a great young running back. Build around those two and you will be fine if you can get a quarterback. And last but not least for this video, we have the New England Patriots at number 17. The Patriots looking all right. I mean, I think if you build around the quarterback a little bit more, bring in some new talent, you'll be fine. I'm just not 100% sold on the quarterback situation based on how it's gone so far. Now we'll have to see how it goes. Obviously, things can change, but we do think the Patriots are better than some of these teams lower than them on the list. Now, if your team was not listed in today's video, stay tuned. Later on tonight, we will be having the second part of this video go live for teams 16 through 1. Now, you'll get to see where your team places, but you know your team is in the top half. If your team is down here, I do apologize, but some people do have to be at the bottom. But most of these teams are only a few steps away from being competitive. And I guess with that, if you guys want to see the video later tonight, smash subscribe, ring the bell, smash like if you did enjoy, and let us know what you got as your power rankings down below. We want to hear what you guys have to say. And I guess with that, we will see you guys later. Peace out and have a good one.